Hello students. So students, in the previous class in this chapter, that is living things and their surrounding, we were talking about the adaptation. Okay, so you see student, in this chapter we had discussed that what is adaptation, as well as we have also understood that how the animals they used to adapt themselves so that they are able to survive in the such adverse condition also. So we had discussed about the adaptation shown by the animals living in the desert area, and also we have understood that how the camel they are able to adapt, how the fishes are able to adapt themselves in water. So it is because of some of the special features that they have, and because of that they are able to survive in such condition. Then we have started to understand the habitat again student, and we have seen that actually terrestrial habitat is there, which is a land-based habitat, and the terrestrial habitat is divided into desert, it is divided into forest is there, as well as desert is there student, forest is there, and as well as that of the mountain region is there. So desert, mountain region and forest area or grassland area is there, which is a part of that of the terrestrial habitat. So we have started with that of the desert habitat, and we are trying to understand that what happened in case of the desert area. Okay, so if we talk about the desert area students, so we have seen here, in case of the desert area, you see what are the things, what are the difficulty a living organism face here. So that is high temperature is there students, temperature is very high. Then limited supply of water is there, so shortage of water is there, and that of the high temperature is there. These are some of the factors which is the dominant factor which is there in case of the desert. So if an animal want to survive in such condition in desert area, then the animal must have this must adapt themselves in such a way that they are able to cope up with these two factors, means limited supply of water or limited water is there, or shortage of water is there, as well as that of the high temperature. So if an animal has adapted themselves so that they can live in such kind of a condition, only then we can say that they are able to survive here. So we have seen in case of the animals, like you see student, the rats are there, or desert snake is there. So what they used to do, how they are able to live in such condition, we already have seen the camel. But other animals are also living. So first of all, they do not have a legs. The second thing, that they used to make burrows. Okay, they used to dig a deep burrow, and in the burrow they used to live. So what happened that during day they used to live in the burrow, and in burrow the temperature is cool, the temperature is lower, so they will not need to face any problem, right? So this is the first thing, that they are able to understand, they are able to survive in the desert condition. Now what happened during night time, the temperature is already low. Now they need food also to survive, so to search food they used to come at night time. So you see, at daytime when the temperature is low, they used to live in the burrow, and at night time when the temperature is okay, at that time it used to come outside. So by this they are able to survive in the desert condition or cope up with this dominant factor. Okay, now let us try to understand the plants which is present in the desert condition, how they are able to survive in the desert condition. Okay, now see. So let us try to see that the plants which can live in the desert condition students. So you see that a plant which live in the desert place, that is the cactus. Okay, we are knowing that the cactus they used to live in the desert condition. So cactus have also some kind of features. They have also adapted themselves so that they can live in the desert condition. Now let us try to see that what are these special features on the basis of that the plants they are able to survive in such situations. So you see student, so the thing which is there, you know that in desert condition rainfall occur less. Rainfall, it occurs very less amount of a rainfall will be there. So as a result, as a consequence, water is also available in a very less amount. It means there is a shortage of water. So the plant and the temperature is very high. So now the plant also must have this kind of a feature so that they can also cope up with these kind of a problem that occur in that of the desert condition. Okay, so now see that the adaptation that occur by the desert plants so that they can live here. So the first thing is there that the leaves in that of the desert plant. So the leaves, it is short or no leaves is present, because you know that the function of the leaf is to perform the process of transpiration. You know that the excess amount of water present in the plant will get released out in the form of a water vapor through the process that is known as transpiration. So if the leaves are smaller in size, or if there is no leaves are present, then the rate of a transpiration will also get decreases. Okay, so we can write it that the first thing, the adaptation shown by the plants in this condition are, the first thing students, that the leaves of the desert plant, the leaves in desert plant is either absent or very small in size. Is either absent or we can say or if present. Okay, or if present or we can simply write it that it is either absent or small in size. It is either absent or small in size, and if present in most of the plant, you will see that they are converted into spines or thorns. Okay, thorn, you know that in Hindi we call it kanta. So you have seen student cactus plant. So a lot of a thorn is present there, a lot of spines are present there. Spines are smaller than that of the thorn. Okay, so we can say that either the size of the leaves are very small, or they are not present at all, or if they are present, they are converted into spine or thorns. In the form of spines or thorns. Okay, so we can say that the leaves in the desert plant, it is either absent at all, or if it is present, it is present in the form of spines as well as in the form of thorns. Okay, so basically the reason here, the question, if the question is asked that why in case of the desert plant, why the leaves are very small, or why in most of the desert plant no leaves is present, or if it is present, it is in the form of a thorn or a spine. So reason you will write it, students, that the function of the leaf is not only to perform the photosynthesis, but they also help in performing the process of transpiration. Transpiration is what, student? Removal of excess amount of water from the plant is known as transpiration. You all are knowing that when we were studying in the water cycle, there also we have seen that the water get evaporated from the leaves. Okay, so transpiration is the excess amount of water released or removed from the leaves. That is known as the transpiration. So this transpiration process occur in the leaves, and if the leaves are broad or large or bigger, so more amount of water will be evaporated. So if the small size of a leaf is there, or no leaf is present, or leaves are in the form of a thorn or spine, so no transpiration will occur, or a less amount of a transpiration will occur in the plants. Okay, so we can write it that this will help in reducing the loss of water from the leaves through transpiration. Okay, through transpiration. Okay, so we can say that the process of a transpiration will get reduced if the size of the leaves will be smaller. I hope you all have understood that why the desert plant are having very small leaves, or they do not have leaves. The reason is that they do not able to perform the transpiration process. Okay. Now the question arises that why we do not want the plants to show the process of transpiration. So what will happen if the less amount of water will be evaporated, so more amount of water will retain in the plant. So we can say that it will help the plant to retain the water for longer period of time. So less transpiration will occur, less loss of water will occur, more retention of water will there in the plant. Okay. So we can also write it like that is less transpiration will occur, less transpiration will occur, less loss of water, and thus plants can retain more amount of water, for a longer period of time. Okay, more amount of water will retain there for a longer period of time. So this will help if the leaves are smaller. Okay. Now you see here, student, that we are saying that the leaves are smaller one, or no leaves are present, or if the leaves are present, they are in the form of a spine. Now you will say, you will ask, or a question arises in your mind that okay, no leaves are there, or a less amount of leaves are there, then how they are able to make their food? Because we are knowing that the process of photosynthesis is performed by the leaves only. And in this desert plant, no leaves are there. We are saying that the leaves are in the small size, or there are no leaves are there. So if there is no leaves present, how they are able to perform the photosynthesis? So to overcome with this problem, we will say that actually here the desert plant, they are having a green stem. instead of having the green leaves a lot, they are having green stem. So it is that of the green stem help in performing the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so we can say that next point is and that is that since the leaves of the desert plants is either less or absent, so the stems of the plant are modified to perform the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so we can say that the leaves of this desert plant, they are very less, they are not at all present, or they have been converted into spine. So it is the stem. So it is the stem only which used to perform the process of the photosynthesis, because the stem of the desert plant are green in color, and if they are green in color, they are going to perform the photosynthesis. So here we have understood two things. The first thing, that the leaves are small, no leaves are there, so that loss of water can be reduced. And the second thing, that okay, the leaves are small but the stems are green, and these green stems will help in performing the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so this much we have understood here. Now let us see the third one in case of the desert plant, that how they have modified, how they have adapted themselves so that they can live in the desert condition. So you see here, students, that we will see that when you will look at that of the stem of the desert plant, what you will observe, you will find that they seems to be spongy, and even the outer coating is having the wax like a coating, a thick wax of a coating is there on that of the stem. Basically, as we have seen that in case of the desert animal, they have modified their body in such a way that they are able to store water for a longer period of time. The same thing that we are going to do with that of the desert plants also, student. The desert plants also modified themselves in such a way that they are able to survive even the less amount of water is there. It means they have modified so that they can store water for a longer period of time. So the stem, they used to store the water, and this thick wax coating will help in reducing the water. Okay, so we can say that the stem of a desert plant, the stem of the desert plants are also modified for storing water. Now the stem of the plants, they are coated, they are covered with a thick waxy coating. Okay. So the stem of the desert plant desert plants are covered with thick waxy layer. Waxy layer, that is cuticle. Okay, that is known as cuticle. So this thick waxy layer means it is having a layer of a wax, white color wax will be there, student. So when you touch the surface, it seems very you can feel the wax there. So thick waxy layer will help or will prevent the loss of water. Okay. Which prevents the loss of water. Okay, water. Okay, so you have understood here that the stem of the desert plant, it is covered with a waxy layer with the cuticle, which help it to prevent the that of the water loss of water will get reduced because of this coating, because of the cuticle or a waxy layer present in it. Then the next one is that what about the root? You know that, student, that in case of the desert, the water is very less amount of water is present in the desert condition. So how do they get water? So their roots, they used to go deep inside to that of the soil. Okay, and due to which and why they used to go deep inside, so that they can search the water, or they can provide water to their plant. So in search of water, the root go deep inside to that of the soil. Okay, so we can also say that most of the desert plants are having long roots. Okay, and you are knowing that why they are having long root, because these root will go deep inside that of the soil, so that they will get a sufficient amount of water. Now see here, most of the desert plant have long roots. Okay, they are having long roots which go deep into the soil, for absorbing water. Okay, so most of the desert plant, they are having long roots, and these roots which help them to go deep into the soil for absorbing the water. Okay, now by this, students, so this is the general that we have studied about the adaptation which occur in case of the plants which is present in the desert area. Now with the help of this, we are able to understand the adaptation shown by that of the cactus. Okay, now let us see adaptation in cactus. Adaptation in cactus. Adaptation in cactus students. So generally, the first thing that we have seen in case of the cactus is a plant which occur in the desert area only, students. So all of the properties that we have seen, all of the features that we have seen in case of the desert plant right now, it will be possessed by the cactus also, so that they can survive in the desert condition. So the first thing that is there in the cactus, that it is having very small leaves, or it does not have a leaves at all. Okay, in place of the leaves, you have seen in case of a cactus there is no leaves, but the leaves get modified into spines. So you will find that the cactus consisting of a spines. Okay, so the first property is cactus have modified their leaves in the form of thin spines, to reduce the loss of water which occur through the process that is called as transpiration. Okay, loss of water through transpiration. So cactus, they have modified themselves in such a way that the leaves get modified into the spines, into the thorns, and the reason is that it helps in reducing, in preventing the loss of water. The second thing, students, here when you look at the cactus, it is green in color. Actually, that is the stem which is green in color, which help in performing the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so we can write it that the process of photosynthesis in cactus is performed by the process of photosynthesis in cactus is performed by the green stem of the cactus. So it is that of the green stem, because the cactus is a green in color, so the stem is a green in color, so that will help in performing the process of a photosynthesis. Okay, the next one is that the cactus is covered with a thick waxy layer or cuticle. Okay, this waxy layer will help in preventing the loss of water. Okay. So we can write it that cactus is also having thick waxy layer. Thick waxy layer which helps in preventing the loss of water. Okay, which helps in preventing the loss of water. Okay, so through the process of a transpiration, there is a loss of water, and this can be prevented by cactus by having a thick waxy layer over it. Finally, next one is last one, that the root of the cactus is long, so that it will help in making it to go deep inside in search of the water. Okay, so cactus is having long root for absorbing water in a large area. Okay, so cactus is having the long root for absorbing the water also. Okay, so this is the adaptation shown by cactus.